Welcome to Shade Tree Workshop. You don't need a big fancy workshop to get things done. Hit like and subscribe if you find this video useful. Thank you for tuning in. The first leatherworking project I decided to take on was this chest table. While it's okay, I've gotten a little tired of its look. It's time to go ahead and upgrade it a little bit. I'll need 64 squares of leather to fill out the chessboard. I'm using a strip cutter that I got from Tandy Leather, which is real handy to cut nice, neat strips that are of equal size. And then I will use a razor knife and, tediously cut each individual square to the proper length. So I have 32 black and 32 natural veg tan. This leather is in the 6 to 9 ounce region. And again, this is leather that I got at the Tandy Leather Store. That's a great place to start out and get some of your supplies and chemical supplies as well as leather and tools. I'm measuring each square at 1 7/8 inches. So it's 1 7/8 inches by 1 7/8 inches because that's what will match my existing squares on the wooden chessboard. And these will be installed on a 3/4 inch square of plywood and will be glued down. And then its edges will be covered with leather strips as well. This will give an elevated chest surface, and it'll also give me a chessboard that is portable, whereas the chess table is not. The next step in the process after all the squares are cut is to bevel the edges using an edge beveler. This will give a nice rounded edge and kind of help with the 3D look of the chessboard. Each side is also sanded lightly once this particular process is through with in order to make sure that I have nice even edges. Next step in the process is to dye the veg tan. I don't want a white color. I want a kind of leather, antique leather look. So I'm using a dark brown pro dye. Just wipe it on and let it dry and wipe it off. Each edge of each square is burnished using my wheel. I use gum trachanth or trachanth, however you say that, on the edges, and then I use my rotary wheel to burnish each edge. It's a lot faster than trying to hand burnish these. As time has gone on, I've picked up more and more tools, sanders, polishers, things of that nature, which really are going to help me in the leather work in the future. I also picked up one of those Chinese shoe patching machines, which I'll talk about later. After all the edges have been burnished and I've completed with my dyeing process, I've glued them on using barge cement as shown there, and glued them in the correct pattern onto the 3/4 inch plywood that I cut the size. And then I've cut some black leather strips for the sides to cover up that edge of the plywood. Here you have the finished product. It's sitting on top of the original chess table. I think it came out pretty well. It gives it an elevated, more of a three-dimensional view. Yeah, I think it matches the chess pieces really nicely. And plus it's portable. If I want to, I can take it and move it somewhere else. I do have a couple little gaps that I do need to black in, but other than that, I think it turned out pretty well. And so this will conclude my first video on leather work. I hope you enjoyed it. And yes, that is an Ames chair. Very, very comfortable. This concludes Shade Tree Workshop's first video. I know it's a simple project, but it's kind of my first, and there will be more to come. Hit like and subscribe if you received any benefit from this. Thank you and have a good day.